I heard it just like you did that he's going to jump in. I didn't know. I didn't know he was going to jump in.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. As bodybuilding fans, we want that Jay Cutler's and DJ's expectations from Big Ramy come true at this upcoming Arnold Classic. Dennis James is a very well-respected man in the industry, and he still thinks that Ramy lost the Olympia because of a peaking issue. He just wasn't full enough, and that's why he appeared soft.
If he's going to look like he looked leading up to the Olympia until 5 days out, I don't see why he shouldn't win the Arnold.
So let's hope that is true, because if that is in fact the case, Ramy can still smash the lineup at the Arnold Classic. Just go back 8 weeks and see the Olympia predictions. No one dared predicted that Big Ramy is gonna lose the Olympia title. In fact, everyone thought that all the other competitors are fighting for second place. On top of that, Ramy getting the stem cell treatment, that might also play a big role in his overall physique. And if Ramy can fix those issues to some extent, he can definitely win the Arnold Classic title and put himself in a great spot for this year's Mr. Olympia. So let's all back Big Ramy, guys. He has been such a humble champion, and let's hope he still has a few years left in him before he retires. The 212 will be a lot more exciting this year because of one name, Breon Ansley, the 2 times Classic Physique champion. 2 other guys who switched from Classic to 212 and placed very well are Keon Pearson and the late George Pearson. And Breon was beating them both in Classic Physique. But I do understand those were smaller versions of Keon and George. So Breon Ansley has been restricting his growth, limiting himself to 180 pounds for straight 7 years. An argument can be made that Breon should have switched to 212 in 2020 when he slipped down to 3rd place, first time since 2016. Terence Ruffin beat him the first time that year, but Breon wanted to give Classic a few more shots. So how will he do in the bigger class? I think it is gonna come down to his legs, especially the outer sweep, and whether he can still grow his legs or not. His upper body, his back double, is still one of the best right now. He will be one of those guys who can pose exceptionally well and stand out more on stage, because he can create an illusion of having a very small waist. Considering all the guys in the top 5 from the Olympia 212 have a wider waist, so that will play in Breon's favor. He isn't looking to compete in earlier shows this year because right now it is time to grow. 5 weeks out of the Arnold Classic, the suffering phase has started for Samson Dauda. The push for the final form of conditioning has begun. And if you have followed Samson's journey for the Olympia last year, you would know what Milos gave him for breakfast. This 300 pounds guy was getting 3 eggs and a cup of coffee. So things are back to that. Samson did everything he was told by the judges over the course of 7 to 8 months post Arnold Classic last year, and that is why he was rewarded 6th place at the Olympia last year. He brought up his back, which isn't something most pros can do in such a short time, considering that they are already training the weak body part for almost a decade. So that's why it is pretty difficult to bring up a weak body part, but Samson did. So what do you guys think? How good can he be? All of us can agree that Samson needs better conditioning than the Olympia. Well, guess what? He is still the 6th best in the world. That too in one of the most competitive lineup of all time. So sky is the limit if he can tighten up this lock.
Oats are gone, and yes, man, I'm just on that 3 eggs and coffee breakfast. Yeah, and yep, I feel every ounce and every bit of that, and every bit of that struggle. I definitely feel this morning. 40 minutes cardio this morning, and yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be a hard week. There's no getting away from that, but it's that time where we're slowly now starting to put our foot down and slowly start to tip things over to really get that last bit of conditioning and really spend the next 5 weeks really dialing me in harder than I've ever been. So that's where we are at the moment, and that's what the plan is through this weekend when we have our chat. Is really, man, you know, it's obviously going through this week. We really want to see, okay, how much more changes can we really make this week? How much more can we get more dialed in than we usually are? We're already better than we were at the at the Olympia earlier, end of last year. So now it's, okay, how much farther can we push it? How much further can we really get that last bit of details out? So, and this way, being ahead of schedule, we have a lot.
Akim Williams is confident enough to post his back shots, something we do not see from him very often because that is his weakest area. I don't know whether he will be able to translate something very good on stage, but as per the pictures we have been getting from Akim, he has looked pretty good so far out of the show. The lats attach very high, which is genetic, so that cannot be fixed. But the conditioning, that looks insane here. Is there any way Akim can crack top 3 in this year's Arnold Classic lineup? Hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.